Can I give you a couple of very scary stats? Here's the first one. 37% of people who attend church every week and identify themselves as evangelical don't give any money to their church. Big zero. 37%. They come, they enjoy the blessings and the benefits of the local church that they are a part of, and yet they don't give anything. Second stat, only 3 to 5% of American Christians tithe to their church on a regular basis. Now, I look at those two stats and I'm a little bit scared about the future. And maybe rightfully so, right? We look at that and we say, wow, what's going to become of the church in the future? Can I just point out and really tie into what I'm trying to get across in this series of messages, but an I want church member won't tithe. But an I will church member will tithe. An I want church member is only interested in what they can get out of the church. But an I will church member comes to church looking for ways to give. They don't come to church seeing what they can take or what they can get, but rather an I will church member comes saying, it's not about me, it's about others. It's about the glory of God. It's about honoring and worshiping Him and praising Him for what He has done in our lives. And we come not with the mindset of I want this and I want that, but we come with the mindset of I will be a blessing to others. I will discipline myself and give of my tithe and my offerings to the local church. Ephesians 5 verse 25, even as Christ loved the church and gave Himself for it. I want you to leave that verse up on the screen just for a moment. To love Christ is to love what Christ loves, right? If we're going to love Christ, then we need to love what Christ loves and hate what Christ hates. So to love Christ is to love what Christ loves, and this verse right here tells me that Christ loves the church, right? He loves the church. So to love Christ is to love the church. And notice also that to love the church is to what? Is to give to the church. Let's not talk about how much we love Jesus and how much we love our church if we're not willing to sacrificially give to Jesus and His church. So today you say, well, embracing an attitude of sacrifice, what does that mean? It means that you are willing to support the ministry of Canton Baptist Temple with your tithes and your offerings. And that is not something just for the old timers to do. It's something for every generation to do. The 20-year-olds need to learn about the discipline of sacrificially giving unto the Lord. The 30-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, the 50-year-olds, the 60-year-olds, all of us need to support the local church that God has so graciously allowed us to be a part of. It shouldn't be that, oh, this segment over here supports the church with their tithes and offerings, and this segment over here just enjoys the benefits of their giving. See, it's all of us doing what we are supposed to do that enables God's work to go forward for His glory. Secondly, we can sacrificially give of our time to serve in the ministry of our local church. You have heard me say before, but I'm going to say it again. I'm like a broken record around here, right? Let me just say it again. Our goal here at Canton Baptist Temple is not to have a few people doing everything, but rather everybody doing something. I want to repeat that, because some of you didn't get it the last 24 times I've mentioned it, all right? Our goal here at Canton Baptist Temple is not to have a few people doing everything, but rather to have everybody doing something. With a ministry this size, there's always a need for more people to serve. Can I ask you a question? I've asked you a lot of questions today. Hopefully I'm making you think a little bit. How much time do you devote to serving right here in your local church? Think about it. How much time? How much time every week do you devote to serving right here in your local church? We should not have to beg for volunteers. We shouldn't. Okay, let me flip it. Volunteers ought to be begging us for an opportunity to serve in their local church. We shouldn't have to say, hey, we need 2 more children's workers, or we need 3 more greeters, or we need a bus driver, or we shouldn't have to do that. We should be having to say, hey, listen, thank you for volunteering, and as soon as something comes up, we'll let you know. But we've had so many volunteers, we don't know what to do with all of them.